Did you know you can use your iPad as an external monitor to game on with your Nintendo Switch 2? And if you have a 13-inch iPad Pro with that beautiful OLED display, this could be a pretty nice mobile setup. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to do this, and it's a little bit more complicated than just plugging in a cable to the USB-C port, but overall, it's relatively easy. Now, keep in mind, I'm going to say Switch 2 throughout the video, but you can do this with anything that runs in HDMI, so your older Switch, the Switch 1, PS5, Xbox, etc. Now, there are a couple of things that you're going to need in order for this to work. I'll leave links to everything in the description down below, but you will need an HDMI cord, so if you got one laying around the house, perfect. And then you'll need this video capture card dongle here that you can get on Amazon for like roughly 20 bucks. You'll also need an app to help capture this video feed from your Switch, and there is a free app called Orion that I'll also leave linked down below. It works really well, but there's also a paid part of this app. It's not required to get the main crux of this working, but it is currently on sale, and so a one-time charge of $5 does give you a few nice tools like being able to adjust some settings and even add a couple of effects like a CRT screen effect for that old school gaming vibe or a 4K upscaler to make things look extra crispy. It's up to you, not a necessity, but I think it starts at like $19 or 20 bucks, and now you can get it for $5, so it might be worth it. Next, you'll need to just simply get your Switch dock plugged into a power source and then plug in the HDMI cable to the back of your Switch 2 dock. The other end of that HDMI cable will go into the video capture card HDMI slot. Then plug the USB-C portion of the capture card directly into your iPad. Now, keep in mind here, I'm using the Magic Keyboard, and while there is an additional USB-C port available on the keyboard directly, you have to plug in the Switch directly to the iPad, so I recommend just using this additional port as a way to keep your iPad charged up. Once you're ready to go, just drop your Switch 2 into the dock, turn it on, and you should immediately see your Switch's home screen come right up on your iPad. And that's pretty much it. You're all set to go. And I gotta say, gaming on a larger screen like this, even though the Switch 2 has a larger display than before, it's still bigger and it's kind of great, especially when you're traveling and you don't have access to a TV that you can use, but you want a larger setup or kind of like a dock station. You can easily set this up in under a few minutes. And again, if you don't have access to a bigger TV, this is a pretty good alternative for that dock setup. I personally think that the input lag is so minimal, if at all present, that you can do some serious gaming on here. I was playing Cyberpunk, Mario Kart World, MLB The Show. I mean, any of these games, just different games throughout, definitely work totally fine for me on this iPad Pro screen. And it's an absolute joy to game on, especially if you are on the road and you just want a little bit of a bigger setup. Again, you can pretty much hook up any console or really anything that requires an HDMI cord to your iPad using this method. And so if you want to use your older Switch, PS5, Xbox, you name it, it should work and it'll work well. But I'd love to hear from you in the comments down below. What do you think of this setup? Is this something that you think you're going to try? Let me know down in those comments. This has been Dan with MacRumors. Thanks so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you around in the next video.